We're looking at the poinsettias.
Oh,
They're behind you and across from you.
Surrounding you.
surrounded by. It's true. Yeah, it's a nice tune though, isn't it? It just-
Yeah, I like it.
See my,
Movie booth.
hey, Kenny, see my trumpet? Just had it overhauled completely.
Oh, nice.
$100.
Gee.
But I couldn't get any of the slides out, and then the first valve.
You can now though.
Yeah, the first
Nice.
valve kept sticking,
Yeah.
and I tried everything. I tried.
$100 isn't bad.
Oh,
So you
and
could have
I
got a chair like
completely,
that for $100.
Yeah.
yeah, completely overhauled. I mean, that was a big
Who
job.
did it?
St. John's.
at
St. John's Music.
John
Oh,
Music.
yeah.
I'm-
They have
I'm
3
before-
repairmen down.
Do you know
Wow.
that they got 3 full-time repairmen at that place?
Wow.
It's amazing. They must have.
Everybody goes there though.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least 20 people working there.
Yeah.
Like, every time I go in there, something different. Yeah.
Do you think they do better than Long and McQuaid?
Yes, because I think a lot of the schools go there with the
Yeah.
kids. And don't forget, they rent a lot of
Yeah.
instruments.
Oh,
'Cause
St.
I
John's do.
I remember Bev saying, she wasn't mean, but she rented a French horn for Emily, and then Bob started her on trumpet, and she
Yeah.
said, "Who got the French horn?" She still had to pay the, well, I felt sorry, because she had to pay for the whole term.
I don't think she'll mind now.
No,
Oh, gosh.
No, I thought she was wasting her time
Oh,
with French
shucks.
horn.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not just not our instrument, but the way she was heading, she ain't gonna be a French horn player. You know? That wasn't her bag, as they say.
No,
Uh,
Well, I
she
mean,
was.
she was
I've
into
never
it.
seen anybody that came so fast as she did. I mean,
yeah.
she know, like I started off trying to get right chops. And,
the bass.
you know, about by the third lesson she was playing.
Yeah.
Kind of
No, he says he hasn't seen anybody.
Yeah, she's
come up.
coming
Come on
down
so fast.
Oh,
just
Wait till he
before
sees me
Christmas,
on
and
the
I got a
outside.
gig up at
We won't tell her I'm
At,
playing it until I've had like 5 years
Chris
of
Review on the Sunday
No.
brunch. So I asked him if I could bring her along, and she would play
I
amongst the
figured
people
Tom was
who
out
Oh,
would
very
50
nice.
years.
play the Christmas music for you. So I
Yeah.
asked her
Yeah.
first, and she said, "Oh, for sure." I said, "It'll have to be done on violin though, because, you know, it'd be kind of loud if she tried playing the
Oh,
trumpet.
yeah.
And with the, she'd be so far away from me, it would sound like almost a
Who wants a
solo.
trumpet in the ear when they're trying to eat lunch?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, it's not that so much, but she's, I
She
think
would have
the
been
violin
miles
is better
away
for
from
that
you.
kind of a setting, you know?
Does she practice the violin much at all?
Yes, she does.
Because
But she's not a virtuoso on it like she is on the
Well, no,
trumpet.
but to be a virtuoso, she has to be practicing 6 hours a day, but she can't do that. She'll
No,
be playing
but
trumpet.
she does pick it up every day.
Oh, does
Keeps
she?
it up. But she's got an ear, you know?
Well, that's the thing she's got.
She can
She
play
might not be a
anything.
virtuoso
No,
violin player because she isn't bright enough. But
that's
she
right.
can do what a lot of other violin players can't do.
Yeah.
That's ad lib. and-
That's right, yeah. And she'll
Yeah.
play any song that's more commercial than a lot of the violinists play.
Yeah.
And,
We'd had a lot of guys around the house playing duets with Bob, like Sid Holmes and
oh, yeah?
Bill Rowett.
Yeah.
They like to come round and play duets.
Mm-hmm.
And not long after she started, she and Bob were playing a duet. Actually, I went and got the phone and went to the top of the stairs and phoned you, which you probably thought, silly old
No, I
lady.
remember that, yeah.
It blew me away.
Yeah.
I had listened to these guys, really good trumpet players
Mhm.
playing, and she was like up there with them.
Wow.
Well, I
Really?
hope
Bobby's
they
duet
don't
needed a
ruin her
woman's
with all that
touch.
crap that she's playing now,
Oh, yeah.
that they've been sending over to me to listen to.
The last time I played with her, that's very last time, we played, she had a book of duets, I guess. And she played all the high parts, of course, and I played all the lower parts, and she was perfect, bang on. And she hadn't seen it before, she was sat reading it, yeah.
Mm.
And, yeah.
That was at her house. You went up
I
there.
think that was
Yeah.
over here, wasn't it? She came over
I
here.
didn't play it.
No, you played at Tom's
This time
house.
was as it was her house, yeah.
Yeah. He came home and said,
Well,
He didn't need to say.
well, you did it, Bobby, you got her onto it, you know.
Well, no, actually, I did teach her, but
Yeah.
I didn't teach her that talent. That's the part that was in there. Anybody could have done it with her, I
But
think.
you got it, taught her off on the right foot.
Well, I did. I
Yes,
think
I
I
think
did.
so.
And that's
I think
important.
you know, I insisted on her playing the cornet rather, and the band leader didn't want her. He said, "No," he said, "I want you on trumpet." I said, "Tell him you can't. You're not allowed to play trumpet right now. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
If he wants you, don't join the band then right
Yeah,
now."
yeah.
So, and she was willing to do that.
yeah,
So she went back and she said, "Mr. Robinson Bacon." I said, "Oh, okay, I guess what I can do about it." But I mean, it's perfect for young. She's such a young girl. The worst thing in trumpet, and I've got it, is to play some. That's why I've got a crooked mouthpiece, right? Because you know, this is ideal to be able to play
Yeah.
like that. And but if you get a trumpet, you know, tendency is for it to drop down, right? Then you
Was
start.
it too heavy for her? She was
You're
just a little
playing,
girl at the time.
well, I think she knew that you
If
knew
it wasn't for
best.
Bobby, she'd probably be studying engineering at Carleton University right now,
Maybe,
instead of on a full scholarship down at the University of Toronto.
right.
Yeah.
And she got 2 or 3 other scholarships.
I know, Phil Nimmons.
Lately, yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 other people, I don't know who they are.
I was having my hair done one day by Bev, and she said, I said, "How's Emily?" I knew she'd changed schools and had gone to Broadview. And she said that she'd taken up French horn, so I said, "You should send her around because I know this sounds corny, but he's the best brass player that I think I know."
Mhm.
And I wanted her to start, I wanted him to hear her, to start her, because so many teachers don't start kids right on brass instruments.
No.
But then, of course, she turned to trumpet, and that was even better.
Of course, I had 2 there. What's the name of the other girl I was teaching? She's
Her friend,
she
her
roomed
friend's
with,
sister,
yeah, she
Claire,
roomed with her
Claire's sister.
in Toronto.
Barbara, was it?
Claire's sister, lived
But
on
she-
Golden.
Sarah.
Yeah, she was good,
Sarah,
but
Sarah.
yeah, Sarah. And then she said to me, well, I taught her for about 3 years. Since I think I'm going to do, I'd like to get to play jazz and not more. I said, well, then so she took it about a month later. She said, no, I'm not going to play jazz.
She didn't have
She
it.
knew that you know, you either have it with jazz or
Yeah,
you don't
that's
have
right.
it. You know.
Yeah.
But she's still there and she's studying, so she'll be a fine straight player. Well, she is a fine straight player, you know.
Well, isn't she with some symphony or something, or doing some symphonic work?
Are they?
Probably,
I think that's what she's into.
because she
Oh,
went
yeah.
to university ahead of Claire
Yeah.
and
Well,
Emily.
that's what she's hoping to do. But mind you, I tell you, the competition is fierce.
Yeah, that's
To
right.
get into an
They come in from
orchestra,
the States.
then they have a really good orchestra. They have 100 people lining up. You know.
Yeah.
If you look at the back of the Musician
Mm-hmm.
magazine,
Yeah.
they're all looking for,
I don't think she'll be good enough for that. I don't know though, but she could certainly she'll maybe teach or something. You know, she'll go into
Yeah.
teaching and she'll do
I
a
don't know
good
whether
job.
she's into teaching or not, you know,
No, I don't know.
but,
She's a lovely girl. Do you know her at all?
oh, Sarah, you mean?
Yeah.
Sarah.
No, but Emily's living in the house that she rented and lived in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't she
one-
live with her now? She's living with her
Well, I
now.
think maybe
No, I think
Sarah's
she's
grad.
Sarah's out now, but there was another girl that moved out, so Sarah knew that Emily was in residence, and this house is close to where the university
Yeah.
is. So she told Emily about the room that was gonna be available.
Because he knew
Emily
each other
took it.
because she was friends with her sister.
Yeah,
That was her best friend.
that's how they.
Now she's doing well too, I think, in McGill.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
is.
think well, yeah, she's interested in jazz. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, but I don't think it's her main thing,
No, I don't think so.
you know, I think
Yeah.
she's gonna be an academic of some
Yeah.
kind.
Whereas
Well,
Emily is into jazz.
Yeah.
I
but,
mean,
you know,
listening to her on violin playing The Four Brothers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm. Yeah. I couldn't even get it on the piano. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Incredible. And she's got great ears,
Yeah.
and you know. You can't be that. Well, she's got that, she comes by that naturally.
Well,
You got
She just had a birthday, eh?
Did she? How old was she? 18?
20.
20?
He's 20 and Lucas is 21, he'll be 22 in March.
Wow, she's 20.
Yeah. I could hardly believe it, I had to ask her, you know, I thought she was 19.
Because I thought, I started seeing her when she was about, she went into grade 7 and she was about 12.
Yeah.
Would that be about, because we have a different grade system in England.
I was 12 going into grade 9, so she was probably about the same.
Oh, okay.
I think you knew her when she was younger than that.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
I remember this very slight, slim little girl.
Yeah. That's the way she was when she used to come around with me playing her violin.
Yeah.
And she had a little
Shy and
pink
white hair.
violin.
Shy.
Very shy, and
That's right.
one time, Star Kelly, you know, that Filipino girl friend that he had, she had some sort of a role in the church down on the market, St. Bridget's. They have it belongs to the Filipino, it's a Catholic church, you know, and
Yes.
Filipinos are all Catholic. And they were having a children's
talent contest.
talent test. And Star said, do you think Emily would play her violin at the talent? And I said, well, she'd be the only non-Filipino kid in it. And he said, well, that's okay, they don't mind if,
Yeah.
so I said, well, I don't know, I'll have to ask Emily. And Emily said, well, okay. You know, she wasn't too enthusiastic, but I think because I asked her, she said, okay, so. Anyway, apparently there was about 100 kids contesting this thing. Gee, it was the longest talent show I'd ever went to. And I went with Tom and Bev. But anyway, I bought her a dress, and it was a pink long dress. And Bev dyed her hair pink in spots, you know, with pink in it, and we got her all fixed up, and she had her pink violin. So anyway, there was another kid that played the violin, a little older, and she looked a lot more self-assured than Emily. And she was going around, and I thought, oh, here comes the competition, you know. And then there was a boy that played the violin. Well, anyway, Emily was the last one to play the violin. She was the youngest one, the smallest one. And the other kids played little excerpts of classical songs, you know, on the violin, and they squawked away at it. And so I thought, oh, you know, this is no contest, but I had Emily play When You Wish Upon a Star, and then play one of her fiddling tunes that they all clapped to, you know, up in the country when she
Yeah.
So anyway, she played the fiddling tune first, and they all got clapped. It was so funny to see all these people joining in, you know. And then she played When You Wish Upon a Star, and she just got into the song about 3 or 4 bars when they all started to clap, the whole big room. And Emily never cracked a smile, and she just kept playing the tune, you know, and finished off. And she got really a big ovation for it, you know. And
Yeah.
I thought, oh, maybe she stands a chance. Well, then there was a little kid that came in out and sang some Michael Jackson tune.
Oh.
And they cheered for that kid too. She was pretty good. And but anyway, when it came to announcing the winners, there's a lot of, you know, pretty good kids. I thought, you know, she's not one of them really, and sometimes these things are political, and they probably picked one of their own kids. But anyway, we were in a room. They told us to sit in this room for a while until they call us. So they called Emily up to want to go with this person, and we could go out and sit on our seats. So Bev and I went out and sat in the audience, and Tom was out there waiting, and none of us thought that, you know, she stood a chance. And they announced first prize, Emily Dennis.
Oh.
I damn near went through the floor, you know. And she smiled, but she didn't, you know, get
Pretty
excited or
cool.
anything. And they gave her the biggest trophy. It was a great big metal thing, painted silver, with a big dome on it and all, oh gee, it's
Bigger than the Grey
bigger
Cup.
than the can. Yeah, it was, and it was so big, I don't know what they did with it at home, because it was, it'd stand almost on top of the mantelpiece there, you know. And here she won the first prize, and I think they gave her $25 first
Oh,
prize or something
good.
like that. And then the little girl that sang the Michael Jackson song came second. So that was,
That was good.
That was good.
they had a few more prizes they were giving out, you know.
Yes.
But there she was, but she wasn't terribly excited or didn't feel
Pretty
like-
cool, yeah.
She's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
she's pretty cool, and she's always been that way.
Yeah.
So, I'd forgotten, I knew her birthday was early in December, and I wasn't sure whether it was the 4th or the 6th, I got mixed up. So I phoned her, but I didn't get her on the phone, and she phoned me about 2 minutes later. She was going down the corridor or something, and her phone was in her knapsack at the back, so she had to wait until she got it out, and by that time it was too late to answer, but she knew it was me. So she called me right away. So I told her I wanted to send her some money for her birthday, and she was quite surprised about that. I said, but I gotta send it down, gotta email it, so I gotta get your email. So I sent her down $200 to, I got Kenny to do the transaction because it was on the computer and everything. So you just send an email to her email saying that you want this to come out of
Oh, you
my
can.
bank account.
Yeah.
Piece of cake, Bobby, I'll show you how you can email me $200.
That's
And,
your job.
and she, so she got it almost immediately. We did the same for Lucas. Only Lucas phoned up right after he got it, and he was so surprised. Oh, thank you, Grandma. But they call me, not every day, but
Quite a bit.
regularly, you know.
Yeah.
Then I see Patrick all the time.
Yes.
Of course, I hear from Stephanie and the kids.
Yes.
So it's just, well, Tommy talks to me now anytime I see him, or he'll phone and he'll talk ages on the phone. You can't get him off the phone, but he doesn't come over here.
No.
And neither does Terry. Terry's the same way. So I figure, well, I guess that's their problem.
Perfect.
Kenny doesn't mind. But anyway, that's it. Well, what are we gonna play, Bob?
About what?
Break time. Break time is over. Time to play.
Did we do your touch earlier? Did we do it?
Yeah.
Did it already? I do there's a one roses. There's a what done wide and roses.
Got the wrong book down. Shouldn't-
I was gonna rush up and help her. She's so capable. I almost enjoyed just watching her do it myself.
Touch of your lips.
It's just hilarious. I remember all the hard stuff. Well, it comes to make it taste good.
Yeah.
You could do a insensitive like that.
Yeah.
Didn't you do that? No,
No, we
you've
didn't.
changed.
We
You
did
did.
it, yeah.
I'll change to my hormone milk for that.
Finally, it has the same mannerisms.
Touch of your lips, gee, I had that.
Yeah. I'll change this meat to
Well, he's a great efficient. He loves Charlie Chaplin.
yeah, yeah.
So there's quite a lot comes out every now and again.
Copying Charlie Chaplin was the best.
Oh,
You know, like,
without a doubt.
and he was the first.
Absolutely. You loved Charlie Chaplin, didn't you?
Oh, yeah,
Let
absolutely.
me
He was
try-
so talented in
let
so
me
many
try
other
to
ways
ring it.
too, you know?
It was a hero, yeah.
Not just like the Tramp.
Oh, yeah.
He directed movies and.
He was a clever guy,
Wrote
oh,
music.
yeah,
Brilliant.
very
How about,
smart.
what's the music he wrote? Smile?
The kids. in
Smile,
the-
yeah.
You should play that in a minute.
I don't know whether I know it.
Oh, yeah.
How's it go?
Yeah.
What's it, play it for me? Oh, go down, okay.
That's an F?
As in C, actually. Touch your lips.
That's called The Touch of Your Lips, Mom. Bobby. 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 That's called The Touch of Your Lips. Is that the touch of your lips?
I can hear you.
Is that the touch of your lips? Is it the touch of your lips?
Yes.
I thought you were going to play Smile. We don't know.
Do you know Smile?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know whether I can play or not.
Uh,
What is it?
I don't know. crazy dog.
I've taken it before, but it's a lovely tune, isn't it?
Hello.
Hey, sit. Hey, be nice. Relax. Hey. Jeez, hey, good to see you. He's just trembling, eh?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, okay. You're just a lovely doggy, just a lovely doggy, just a lovely doggy.
I'm looking for
I just gotta talk.
how insensitive.
Yeah, we had it, eh?
Well, I have it.
You
somewhere.
did that smile, that was nice.
Yeah,
I
didn't-
love it.
I don't ever recall playing it.
You don't, gee whiz.
But you know it
You got
just
it
in your
good ear.
head.
Well, Jessica, Kay guided me along a couple of times.
Yes.
Well,
She,
it brings back the
it's a lovely tune though.
Oh, it's beautiful. Did he write anything else?
Not as far as I know, he probably did.
I can't find it. How insensitive.
Right.
Can he go?
I think he went out to speak to Roy maybe.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I got it. I found it.
Oh, good. We could play that, and you've changed it for a little intermission. To give the poor
Absolutely.
guys a break, you know,
Yeah.
they work so hard over there.
I doubt whether they'll let us really.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I don't know about letting you.
You gotta be aggressive with them.
I just wanted to make sure Pippa got her cigarettes. She did.
Oh, she took the dog.
Well, yeah. Roy split off to go to the bank because of high finances and stuff. Yeah, he had to change his bank account so we couldn't take any more money out of it from his cell phone because he thinks they're screwing around on it.
Okay,
So.
okay.
Hey, listen, stop.
Roger, he's used to getting home.
Yeah, but not so exuberantly. Just be nice, get in there. Just be nice, okay?
tried
know where
it.
it said
No,
to
you're right. No, I just I've never played that code wrong.
Okay,
No,
make-
I never did either.
Let's try.
It's fabulous.
No kidding. And she makes some that she says aren't as good, so I get the, just as good.
Let's see now.
Okay.
But I complain.
Good doggy.
You know where it starts on your? It's about before the
He likes
sign.
these.
1, 2, 3, go back.
Well, why don't we
I
take
couldn't
it
read what they are
from the
in my
first one,
glasses are.
to take Dakota. Starting to
This is
begin
all the
with
stuff he gets
Dakota.
from
Okay, tell you what. Okay,
Bark
you,
box.
you play.
Oh, okay.
You play the first half, and I play the second half, and then we'll take Dakota.
Okay.
Okay, so we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's funny that code, right? No,
That's okay.
bit weird, but.
Yeah.
Okay, just a food break? No.
Kenny, can he have all of these?
Sure.
Because he's asking for more.
Ah, you can have them all.
Sausage here. Oh,
Right there in the throne.
Oh, on the king's chair.
Yeah.
In the
Thank
king's
you
seat.
very much. I'll just
Well,
put
walking
that
for
on.
us.
Can I
Where?
get you to make another copy of a list for me?
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry, that's my fault.
How is it your fault? My finger got stuck. Hey,
Because-
Spark, look it up.
Yeah, there, no,
Just a paper towel.
Oh, he'll Spark will do it.
no bigger chance.
He likes that. And I don't think that broke.
No.
Isn't that good?
Oh, that's good.
We got unbreakable
We got a
dishes. in
clean,
this house.
Yes.
we got a clean up man on the job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez, I'm so glad it didn't break, eh? I was having high blood pressure just watching it fall through the ground.
He's enjoying it. I'll
See how
tell
we're
you.
good, eh? He's the
Wow.
best. Sit down, Mom. Relax.
Look, he's got it on his feet, Kenny.
Yeah, and then you'll track it all over.
Yeah.
Then you could
It's a
complain.
good job, Stephanie's coming on Friday.
Maybe we'll get her to come tonight, eh?
She would have come in this afternoon,
Yeah,
but, I
he had some problem.
yeah,
She works so hard, that girl, eh?
yeah. She looks after grandfather and her grandmother,
Does she?
and she and her father,
Hey, my wife was talking to my mother the other day.
Kenny never told you about his wife. She used to be a Jamaican girl that used to come and clean for me years ago. And she was here illegally. And Kenny was free at that time. And she was going to be deported because she was up on a visitor's visa, and I guess she stayed longer.
You didn't get any milk yet, eh, Bob?
So the only
Let's try
way
it,
she
yeah.
could stay. I hope you washed it out, Kenny.
No, it's supposed to wash it out.
Don't be
She
funny.
doesn't tell me everything, eh?
So she needed
So-
to stay.
Yeah, so the only way she could stay is if she was married.
Right.
And so Kenny agreed to marry.
Good
She didn't
guy.
ask him, but he
Good guy.
said he would do it. He was free and he would do it.
Okay.
Didn't have any ties or anything, you
That's
know.
it.
So anyway, we all agreed to it because she was such a nice girl.
You all agreed to, hey, stop. As if you guys had any say in who I'm gonna marry. Eh?
So we sort of put it together and thought it
It was
might be a
funny,
good
so I
idea.
said I'd meet her down at the courthouse and we'd do the dirty deed. And so I actually put on a suit and I met her down there. And gee, she's brought her girlfriend to be the maid of honor. And I'm thinking, oh. So then my mother and father arrived, so I made the old man the best man.
Well, that's sweet.
And then I realized that I didn't buy a ring, but she had a ring, so she was all set up. So it worked out well. And then at the end, the justice of the peace says, "You can now kiss the bride." And I went over to kiss her, and she pulled away. She's so shy.
She was shy, you know. She knew it was just a put-up thing.
I think at that point,
We
the
did
justice
it.
of the peace knew it was a put-up thing too.
We did it at City Hall, and I think the Justice of Peace had done it many times before, you know.
Yes.
They didn't do anything but she had a good record, and she was a good person, and, you know. But
That was
anyway,
nice.
she said that when she became a Canadian citizen, then she would look after getting the divorce.
Yeah, that was the stipulation of the marriage, that she would pay for the divorce.
Right.
And that's a good arrangement to make with your wife, eh?
Well, it's only fair.
Well, yeah. So, I don't know how long I was married, 5 or 10 years, and
Really?
we didn't live together for very much longer. After about maybe another year, she got a, I'm just gonna move this a bit.
Thank you.
But she was a wonderful
She got
person.
out, got her own apartment, got her citizenship, and got her nursing assistant certificate or diploma, whatever. And she did quite well. She
She was
worked hard.
home free, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
Just giving her a chance by
And she
marrying
did
her.
everything to make up to us for arranging the thing, you know.
Mhm.
And
I missed the first part of the story.
Well, she was here, but she was an illegal alien. So she had to marry somebody
to get her
to get her
citizenship.
citizenship to stay, so she married Kelly.
And Kenny volunteered.
He volunteered.
It was so nice, though, Bob. I would get up in the morning, and from the night before, my clothes would be on the ground, and put on something else, and wouldn't make my bed, and it would be a mess. I'd come home after a day of debauchery, and my bed would be made. All my clothes were picked off the floor, washed, folded, put away. It was like a new hotel room that I just walked into
Wow.
every day. You know?
Wow.
And she'd keep the whole house clean, because I was running like a room and board at the time. Talk about the life of Riley. I had Kate being my housekeeper, picking up after me. I had Jade, the other lady, girlfriend. She was doing all the cooking, and the meals were like excellent.
Was that the Vietnamese lady?
Yeah,
And she
really
had
good
4
cook.
kids.
Right.
4 kids.
They're nice little kids, you know. They call me Grandma,
Oh,
and they're grown up now. A couple of them got married, and I was the guest of honor at their wedding because I was the grandmother.
Yeah.
And they were
They're
really
Facebook
nice
friends.
family.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
They seem like very nice people.
It was funny, we worked in the way we met, we all worked in the same restaurant. And the husband and wife of the guy who owned the restaurant, he was a bit of a runaround. Finally, she ditched him, and she was Vietnamese, and she married a Canadian, real nice guy,
This is another
and she won the
personality.
lottery just after they separated, eh? So like, if he had hung on to her just a little while, he'd be a millionaire.
He was a professor at Carleton.
Poetic justice.
But they had nothing to do with